Finally in Sumeru City.
Sumeru City! We finally made it!
Love the entrance gate. It's so green and vibrant around here.
Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy.
That's a
A
satisfying
treasure trove
name.
of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need.
It's the World Wide Web!
Due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Banger music down
so
there.
This is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty
I saw it on the old
amazing.
lady, but I didn't know what it was. It's just like
You two are
Google
quite
and
fortunate.
Sumeru.
Until recently, it was
Earpods.
standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival.
They just give you free AirPods when you walk in the city?
Please handle them with care.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's
I already got a theory. It's almost theory time,
May
everybody.
the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
May the mighty God bless us with the voice of wisdom! Whoa, it's like Google Glasses.
Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon said we know how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam, you get it. Oh, that'll come in real
The heat is
handy.
being used for this technology. And it's gonna be much darker. We need to
And
free
with
her.
that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your
She's
guide.
powering them for sure, 100%.
Now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try.
Against her will.
500 years ago, the sages found a newly
Great
born
soundtrack.
deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us.
Ooh.
Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her.
Same happened to me.
Huh? Paimon doesn't sense anything. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it.
Maybe I'll indirectly find more information about Kusanali.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Think Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Many bright dots of light appeared in my mind, and I probably need to calm my mind and focus more to understand what they mean. Feelings of affection, intimacy, nostalgia, sadness, and anxiety also come to my mind. These seem to be what the people of Sumeru feel about their departed Archon.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden.
Her live reaction.
Feels like the people of Sumeru really miss their Archon.
Think Lesser Lord Kusanali. Some knowledge began to trickle into my mind for a moment, but there wasn't really anything that I didn't already know. This is a great entrance. Just these kids hyping it up. Think, why doesn't Aksha answer my question? A vague thought suddenly comes to my mind that Aksha doesn't unconditionally respond to every query. Also, even if the same query is requested by multiple people, the Aksha still imparts knowledge based upon each person's identity, age, experiences, and other demographics. It's like, what is it called? There's like an app that protects the internet searches. It's a restriction on the
Could it be
internet.
because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something.
Can earn that first. It would make sense because they didn't even give it to outsiders before.
Seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha.
Sure, I think it is.
Yeah.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Oh, not who I thought it was gonna be. I love how these look.
Can I help you?
I want one.
You see, Tainari sent us here and...
And
Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
I think you don't know who we are, man.
Ooh,
Who do you
what a
think
relief.
we were?
You two nearly scared the life out of me.
Come to fire him?
So you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
I don't like his mustache. I hate his mustache.
we want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha.
You probably can Google it.
Sorry, the
Even
Akasha
him,
didn't respond to my query.
Citizen. If a researcher can't, who can?
All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw,
There's a lot of mystery.
then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom.
Gotta know when to fold 'em. Know when to hold 'em.
Brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay.
If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
The 6 great sages? So by area of expertise.
Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low, it's like digging holes in the dirt.
Dang, bro, say it right in front of him.
So what do we do now? Even if we
Are
want
you listening to
talk
us? I thought he was the one sweeping for a moment and not looking. I noticed the other guy behind him after a second.
Huh? Like who?
Add extra applesauce!
Oh, you're right!
Almost forgot.
Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
We know she give us the details. Yo, what's up, girl? Dude, Catherine's actually the top, like, 5 women in Genshin Impact. Changed my mind.
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant
He
information.
sounds like such a robot. What the heck? He's actually a robot, AI.
I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue
Gotta talk to
intelligence.
them. It's a
An
big theory that
Eremite
she's a
brigade
robot.
called the Corps of
I'd
30
believe
is
it.
in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Regzar.
I love that word, Regzar. Thanks, Catherine.
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Now give me my primo jumps.
All right, off to the Citadel of Rixar we go.
Do we just know where that's at? Don't mind me, just the Electro Archon walking in your city. I'm gonna make it my city soon, ladies, and we're gonna change all that green to purple.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you
Silver
to.
Fox fan.
I see.
I gotta do
So,
this, man.
Catherine's the one who sent you this way.
Dude, why is it actually kind of fine?
It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
You gonna send me to somebody else who can?
That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you.
Really?
We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Really?
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada.
Ah, it's like our god's gone. This is a lesser god. We don't
In
want
their
this one.
eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada and hold her in greater esteem.
They don't know how cute our new
Not to
lord is, though.
mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never
Probably not allowed
announces
to.
anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
It's like Barbados.
Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like
I'm not
us.
too aware of it.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Bro, you know he got it a lot when he was coming up. This dude was fine when he was younger. Tell me I'm wrong.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it.
At least they're not trying to arrest us like Inazuma did.
Non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems.
In 3, Inazuma was so, like, difficult.
Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
How convenient.
Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here.
Oh,
You've
that's
been asking
convenient
around for
timing.
information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser
Dunyarzad.
Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Can you tell us the legend?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Bro just died.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his
bird.
shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey,
crazy
we were
emotional
in
music.
every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Wow. The story was good, but the music's what really made it.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Oh, they're looking for something.
Of course. So did you two know that,
Looking for her.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Maybe she's wanted. Wanted for the knowledge she has that cannot be spread. We have to suppress the truth.
What the heck just happened?
I think it has to do something with those people over there.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her?
Probably not.
Thanks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Nope.
Does she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
Actually, that was kind of big brain from Paimon. Is it big brain from Paimon or is it small brain from them?
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
That was the fastest Paimon's ever thought in her life.
There you are, Dunyarzad.
She's
We thought you might
she's
have
having a
been
panic
long gone
attack.
by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
This music goes hard.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really?
They
Thank you
pointed
so
the other
much.
way.
Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me.
Are you a criminal?
Looks like there's some coming this way.
We should run up to him and point him the other direction. Do it again.
More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
What, you got arthritis?
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
In a tavern?
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
I love how we just took her in as one of our own already so quickly. Got a little bit of information, and now she's like the part of the crew. It doesn't take much to win over Paimon and the Traveler, I'll be honest with you. You could win them over pretty easily. Yeah. This is the tavern?
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to
This
find
is
us
cool.
now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
Dia.
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago.
She's about to
They
kill
happened
us.
to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
Paimon got big
I'm
balls for
Miss
being so small.
Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound.
Where were you outside? I
My
protected
lady,
her.
let's get going.
She's
You've
so
been gone
pretty.
for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey, Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back.
Paimon gonna start
Why are you
fighting
still
Dea.
pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation.
Hear me out.
Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have
She's a
to answer to
babysitter,
them.
basically.
How much?
Wait, what?
She's gonna pay her
How
off.
much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double?
Oh my
A
god.
triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this.
Scenario.
I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm
The
here
armor
looking
she has
for
is
you.
so clean.
Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health,
make
carelessly
for a
running
great
around
cosplay.
like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents.
My mom
And
and
they
dad
know
just don't
perfectly
understand
well
it.
that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not.
It's not a
Still
phase.
won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just changed the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents.
Well, it's Laura Kusanali.
This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
I love this background music. I'm just listening to it.
Sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore.
Let's go.
But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an
She's
offensive
like, I'll buy you
way.
off. Name the price.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed.
They're all a
It
family,
wouldn't
like
be
a
easy to hide things
big
from your
sum
old
of
man.
bodyguards.
Since this
working for the
definitely
family?
won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need
the window's
someone to
open.
cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Oh, she's double dipping.
Okay,
Get an extra
deal.
payment. Yo, you okay?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
Bro, I don't know what color her eyes
My
are.
lady, stop
Oh,
trying
blue.
to look tough.
Blue.
We're already in a tavern,
Other
so
blue.
let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm
definitely
sorry
knew
for
they were
worrying
blue.
you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure.
Let's have a
After
drink
you
with these
rest up,
strangers.
we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Her eye colors are red and black. Oh, we're about to
Well, if
feast.
it isn't Dia, haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family
Oh,
now.
Mayani.
Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it.
Don't
How
you
about a
work
menu
here?
over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very
Let's
best.
go. Probably gonna be free
Thank you,
too.
sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good
Aw.
host for them.
Give us all of the good food. Don't worry about it. We'll pay for our own food.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess
Bruh.
Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
How about
Paimon's like,
our
"Wait, what?"
charcoal-baked agelena cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there
They're
are...
so large.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
I have never seen this character say no to anything they put in their body. Ever.
Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
In your dreams.
Really?
Surely.
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information.
Because it was limited.
My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this?
He's so cute.
You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you.
God be like.
Really?
Oh, look at little
Of
teeny.
course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything.
Wow.
Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen.
Live a somewhat normal life? Not be so sick?
Can you make my illness
No
go
sickness.
away? Oh,
Ah, bruh.
I'm sorry. But I'm
Right
not powerful
now.
enough to do that right now.
Right now.
Then, can you be my friend? After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat.
It was definitely Lesser Lord Kusanali there.
If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sabzeruz Festival for her.
Festival?
What's the Sabzeruz Festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages.
Birthday!
It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's
It's a
birthday.
birthday party.
I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence,
They just have like
people
the
gradually
hardest
lost
jazz
interest
track
in the
over
festival.
this.
The Academia actively participates in
good.
Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sabzeruz Festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist.
Dang.
Maybe
don't
they
like
see
it like
Lesser
that.
Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely
So
terrible.
nobody likes her birthday for that
Sure,
reason.
the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
Don't get too loud though.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sabzeruz Festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord
You
Kusanali.
give her all your money?
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be
Nilu!
Nilu?
I was just about to say
the one
it.
who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other
I
day
thought it
with
was
a
gonna
nervous
be-
look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
That's all my money.
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had
what?
Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Got no choice.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
Oh,
No,
wait.
that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us.
How your
if anything
condition
happens
is.
to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Also lose your job? Can we come along?
But of course, Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Damn, we're making a whole cult gathering following now, huh? Hey, have you guys heard about our Lord and Savior, Lesser Lord Kusanali? She's great, and she's me. Aha! Aha! The Bazaar. My bad. Let's think about JoJo's. Nilu!
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh,
Dang.
Dunyarzad.
She's so cute.
It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end.
Look at her eyes.
Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
She's switched up.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
This is my new bodyguards.
Meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
No, take that credit. Yeah, heck yeah, we are.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the
Wow,
Sabzeruz
she is
Festival.
beautiful. Just love her
By the way,
headpiece and
Dunyarzad,
everything.
we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular. Thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome.
How much money
it's
did
the
she
only
give
thing
her?
I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage.
I'm gonna be a Nilu main after today, though.
Wow! This place
Dog.
is amazing!
Not bad.
Wow.
Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were
Compared.
nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they
Didn't he
never
care?
sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
No one cares about anything that honors the Lesser Lord
Oh,
Kusanali.
probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely.
They don't like the
We
arts.
can't let that happen, though.
They're not cultured.
Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sabzeruz Festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a
Looks
much-needed makeover.
really good.
The stage is going to be even prettier when
Look
it's
at the little
festival
Shima.
time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's
Our
our
dream.
dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sabzeruz, the most important performance at the Sabzeruz Festival.
This is a TikTok dance?
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sabzeruz Festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the
Wait.
Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the
Wait,
grass,
which one?
countless beautiful padisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Sounds like they had a really great time.
Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers
It's
looks.
so pretty.
Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine,
I'm thinking
we
Venti
still
was
have
here.
to do our best
The
to make
drunk
sure that
god
the
who
birthday
played
girl feels
music.
loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro
Yeah,
Archon.
definitely suction.
I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered padisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all.
It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her
These
death.
are the synthetic ones, like
Yeah.
fake.
The Greater Lord brought forth Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
They're gonna bloom again when she
Thinking about
dances.
the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Padisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think?
All the kids in this town
Interested
jumping for
in the
joy.
Sabzeruz Festival? Will you two be coming?
Because they're the only ones allowed to
All
dream,
of Lesser
right?
Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday.
Pretty sure.
It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
You sure it's not because you want in on the fun? You sure it's not because you want to watch Neelu dance? I think we all want to watch Neelu dance.
Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz Festival together?
Sounds like a plan, bro.
Dunyarzad,
Teach us how to dance. We'll be the
Let me
background
show you
dancers.
which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area.
I'm gonna read some minds.
Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz Festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
I really want to get one of those earpieces in real life. It looks sick. What's up, kid?
It's pretty easy to make a living. So how come there are adults who don't have any money?
If you only knew. Old lady.
Dancing at the Sabzeruz Festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger.
She was fine back in
As
Madame
a
Ping's
child,
day.
I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the Goddess of Flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to
That's
be
the right
her
mindset.
friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sabzeruz Festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Not as much as I got in my pocket right now, though.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the
love
festival couldn't have
her
been easy,
design.
that's for sure. I bet this
Crazy
year's
good.
festival will be one to remember. I don't know much
Guys,
about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that
looking
the
at this.
residents here have a penchant for song and dance. 2 things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of.
I am
And
now.
the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
She likes perfume. She would love the lady in Leeway then. Man does not look happy.
I should just give up.
Bro, are you okay?
Neelu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
Is that a tattoo? Oh, yeah.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Like I'm just standing here awkwardly.
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is?
Catherine!
It looks like Catherine.
She come to have fun. Come on, man. Let's take some shots, Catherine. Okay. She's having a good time. Seems normal.
Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen
Yeah.
her behind the
I
counter
didn't know she
at
had
the Adventurers Guild.
legs.
This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
True.
Hey, Catherine.
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
This is such a different personality.
Break time Catherine sure
What the
sounds a
heck?
lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssos.
She's just off the clock.
Sure.
Comes real chill.
Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But
There's
take you
movies in
two, for
Fontaine?
example. You travel across Tevat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Tevat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about her brother.
Sometimes I forget that's what we're doing.
Yes, You should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
She's trying to lit the festival.
No, not particularly.
Oh.
I guess you could say that I'm loving the
Boring.
recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true
This NPC
value
just
lies.
popped up.
Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
She's gotta go back to being a robot.
We'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh,
There's got a
by the
keyhole
way,
back here.
thanks
So is
for
that a
connecting
keyhole?
us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City.
I've
thanks
never
to
seen
you.
her back.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
It's a keyhole at the back of your neck. And I've played Kingdom Hearts. I know where this is going.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
It's another answer.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea.
What would
that might
Catherine's
help.
organization name be?
Serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
Okay.
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment.
Yeah, she's done a lot of
Milu's
walking.
found a place for her to rest.
Oops.
After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, sweet. She'll go get some rest. We'll meet up later. We'll have our own little special alone time.
Head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Bro, did Connie Springer get added into Genshin Impact? The way she walks toward me, she want me.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood.
You're like, are you sure?
Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for
So
Dunyarzad?
you're kind of a jerk.
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard.
She's a
and I work for
softie,
whoever's
bro.
paying.
She likes perfume and she likes being soft. Yeah, that's blush if I've ever seen one.
Listen, you two.
He's a pyro kitty.
I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Okay. Who's the person she knows? She said the name already. But they got battle spears up in here. What is that? Like a rack for spears? Supposed to be like a barricade?
Hey, Chief.
Oh, it's you! Silver Fox!
Dia, what are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you
We already
three
spoke to him,
together.
though.
I take it you all know each other already?
Yeah, this is my dad, my sugar daddy.
This morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I
Ruksha.
thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
10 steps back here.
Recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose
Me
that's
the whole
one way
time
to
while I'm
look
playing
at it.
this.
But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos,
Yeah,
haven't you?
I did the event
It's the
there.
largest commercial port in all of Sumeru.
Such
you can
good
travel there
music.
by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
We're gonna meet someone really interesting here.
Apparently
Huh?
what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Students of the Academia?
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be
true.
students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Is Miko a 5-star too?
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands of years.
This is
Now
gonna
they
be an
start
interesting
spreading rumors
plot
of
line.
his return. Ridiculous.
I feel like they're trying to resurrect him
Not
or something.
everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia, and you too, Osfond.
Thanks, Silver Fox Daddy.
Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
What or who we can find.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sabzeruz Festival.
I can't wait for
so,
that.
Be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
We will not forget.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sabzeruz Festival.
Let's go, baby!
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
Is it the good
You've
good?
got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict.
Spreading misinformation!
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Well, guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads.
We're gonna get attacked out of nowhere.
We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much
I don't know
else
what
to
the
go
thing
on.
is.
Osfond told us to try posing
Gotta put on
as
outfits.
Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the
Wait, she's got a
stolen
point
item?
though. She's like, hi, we're Academia students, and we're looking for something that was stolen from Academia. We should figure out that before doing anything else. We should figure out where it's at before we say anything about ourselves.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the
Trade
market.
for information.
Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Talk to the know-it-all, maybe. I feel like the know-it-all's gotta be the guy for info.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you two?
Hi
there. We would like to ask you a question.
We are police officers.
Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little.
It's like
Many people often talk
spring
about
break
how
spot,
hard it
huh?
is to get accepted into the Academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the Academia have it even harder.
Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment.
Honestly, Port Ormos greater than
Some even
Sumeru
say
City.
It's good luck to come to Port
I would
Ormos.
vacation here.
So students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the
It's kind
academia.
of nice.
Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia.
Yeah, they look like frustrated stances. Maybe even a little worried.
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Simple
Those students
joys.
seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Let's go eavesdrop. I promise you, we're gonna be 10 feet from them. Like whenever we eavesdrop in Genshin Impact, this is how close we are to them. Right at their face.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
I mean, I got like 5 or 6 mil on me right now.
Did you say 500,000?
I'm loaded, baby.
If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
boys coming together to make it happen.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge?
What are they talking about?
It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
Whatever was something from the academia was related to knowledge.
So, what's our plan?
Let's go where they're going.
Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 Mora! Have you lost your mind?
Paimon, we're all gonna be dead one day anyways, okay? So just wail on what you want to wail on.
Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
Surely I know what I'm doing. All right, we sit and we wait.
Oh, you've arrived. Please take a seat.
Yeah, that's true. You guys would wait and I'll chat forever.
They think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh. Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
Charles Light.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick Mora?
Why the hell are they speaking this information out loud?
With boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to
Just
bring our god
yelling
back this time.
They're yelling it out loud in public.
All these guys talk about is King Deshret. So they're probably the ones we're looking for.
They're in the middle of like a public eatery spot with other people around. They're like, yeah, we're gonna revive the King Deshret powers and like really use it for our benefit.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
What are they talking about?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Hey, when you talked about the revenge thing, what did you mean by that at the dinner table? Hey guys, I couldn't help but overhear you. I'm sorry, I have a really bad habit of eavesdropping.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
Right, so we were sitting here. Even if we weren't looking for you, we would have questioned you.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
Spring break, bro. It's getting lit.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Hands him 50 more!
Huh? What is this, some kind of joke?
I give him a penny.
Oh! Sorry. She must have grabbed the wrong amount.
50, 50K, 500K. It's all the same.
Paimon can't stand to see so much more ago.
It's worth a shot.
But there's no other choice right now.
Her inner dialogue we never get to hear.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Wow, that was easy. Just got his address for 500K. I have one more question.
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're archaeology students.
Bye-bye.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little
Sup,
extra
Galaxy
info.
Brain?
As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together.
You want to keep it down to the restaurant.
If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret.
Can you tell us more about the Oracle?
I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me,
my first
I'd
time
take
meeting
measures
him
to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain
Stealing
item
my
as a
money.
means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it, Al-Haytham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes,
Did this say the
and
name
in
of the
no
boss yet?
uncertain terms. But that was then. It does
It
not
was,
preclude
yeah, I
him from
think they
changing
did.
his mind in the future.
I'm warning you.
I don't remember how to pronounce it, though.
Push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals.
Bro's gonna put him 6 feet
I
under.
will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Buddies, y'all don't have visions. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
That's my daddy! Appreciate it, Pop. Did he give it back?
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa.
He controls every situation.
He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too.
Oh, he did get the money back. They gave it to us.
He seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions.
It's like, can you please stay with me because I feel a lot safer now?
Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want?
Thank you for your help back there. I thought he was just gonna keep walking. These are soundproof, right? So he normally would ignore us.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed.
I thought it was just decoration first, but they actually are soundproof.
I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Is that it? Is that? That's over?
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about. Since you tore through their scam
Not much
right
of a
in front of
conversationalist.
them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
I'm a student from the academia.
A student?
Yeah.
Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Maybe we could talk about terms? I know a thing or two about swordplay.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from
See, I'm the same. I couldn't remember.
From guys like that. Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
Probably won't, just so he'll let us do work for him. That's the only thing. He just doesn't want to do the work. He could.
All right.
That'd be too much
I
effort.
accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're
I don't
after?
even know.
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile.
Does anybody else feel like that was Hoyoverse jabbing at the players for playing this game? I mean, that's what I'm interpreting. They're just like, you guys are dumb.
Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
It's like some kind of knowledge.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
Can I have that one?
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links
like
it to their
Pepsi can
personal
of
Akasha
knowledge?
terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
So this is obviously what it really was for those students, because they can get easy A on the exam with knowledge.
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them.
You have one on you right
They
now.
were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well,
because they don't get
I
it
think
at
that
all.
about sums it up.
Restricted. Interesting. I didn't expect it to be like a literal capsule.
Oh, so that's your true objective.
I want to learn more about it.
With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
We gotta renegotiate our terms, man. Extend our contract.
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Right in the open. Pulls out a highly illegal item to show us.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
Well, I mean, if I must,
I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking too.
Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell.
Even drugs.
She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Okay.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Do we seem trustworthy to you?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste.
So you don't
I'll
love me
prepare
then?
some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
We're gonna accidentally pick like the most useless knowledge capsule.
Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher
respect.
regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue.
Okay.
Here are 2 knowledge capsules.
Right.
Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
Lots one's better. Lots one's better.
They look the same to Paimon.
Amateur.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
What I tell you! What I say! The one on the left shines brighter. Yeah. That's right, guys. Got my elemental sight turned on at all times.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight.
Bro just put the highly illegal
That's because
items in
knowledge
broad
originates
daylight.
from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy.
Okay.
However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value.
Still
Using
flex.
elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure. but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
Whichever one glows
That
brighter.
sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any mora left over, just keep it.
Man comes loaded.
And be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
So I gotta avoid them too.
Matra?
Is that like some kind of police system?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
Trust me, man, this is not the first time that I've been hunted down in a new region. Leeway, Inazuma, everybody wants me.
Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Okay, time for Dory time. A code chart given to you by All Hatham. Seems like whoever seeks to purchase special commodities from Dory has to provide the right code first. Check this code chart before visiting Dory's contact, just in case. Looking to buy unripe horror fruits. Ask the informant to take you to Dory. Wearing a morning flower. Looking to buy canned knowledge. Okay, so wearing a morning flower is canned knowledge. Wearing a Sumeru rose. Buy products legally available in the market. So it looks like all we need to do, complimenting a customer of skill corresponds to horror fruit that causes dizziness and ringing ears. Complimenting a customer's erudition corresponds to horror fruit that causes heat stroke.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Oh, his voice is very powerful. We want to buy some raw horror fruits. Oh god, was it raw or unraw? Unripe.
What a unique palate. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Nodders or no purse?
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it.
What's up, TJ?
You two, please follow me.
Bro, I got it.
Fascinating fashion sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me think.
Sorry.
Rose
Oops, my
means
bad.
common
Oops, my bad.
merch.
Sorry, I'm really klutzy today. Oh
no,
god.
look again.
Sorry, man, bro.
We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Stop! Don't go any further.
My mistake. I do apologize.
He was teasing, testing
sure
us.
was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Bro, you walk so slow, man. I'm gonna make it there way before you do. I'm scared to go ahead of him because if I get off course, it'll restart me.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our horror fruits were taken by mice.
Congratulations to you.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
I could go for some dizziness.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating horror fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
So I made it through high school right here.
Would you like your horror fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
Port Ormos style.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully.
This is how I got through high school. It's crazy. It's the same
Everything
way.
has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
The police!
The Matra? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
It's an ambush. Everybody's running.
We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Okay. Where did he go? He went up here, no? Am I going crazy? There's nobody here.
He ran that way.
Is this like a... Is this a part of his test? Like to follow him or something?
Look, he's over
there. You have a bowl cut. We are not the same. All right, we're here.
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way.
Oh, this is a part of it.
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
We did it. She's so small. Why is she so small, bro?
So you were the one
She
who
didn't
was
eat her
calling out to
veggies.
us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
But she was looking all sweet.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
You dye your hair again? Maybe. I need some color suggestions, though. I like pink a lot.
Wait, you're Dory? I'm unsure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier. Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be,
Small.
believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
Well...
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it. I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the mantra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business. We don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
So
true.
that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry. I won't ask too many questions.
Well, that dude's screaming in the
Even
back.
if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please
Take 'em
knock
all.
yourself out.
Would she be impressed if we bought them
As long
all?
as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
Can you show us your products? Show us the good story.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Help yourselves. Voila.
That one feels good.
She has a trove of
The three on the left aren't good. The three on the right are pretty good, though.
She'd probably be in serious trouble if the mantra caught her with all this. What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however...
She's got that
offer
itch for
some
knowledge,
suggestions.
man.
Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hiliturls. Only 3 people in all of Tibet have ever studied it, making it extremely rare.
Sorry, it's boring.
It's on sale now for 350,000 Mora.
Nah, you're baiting me. It's okay.
Who would want to be an expert in that topic? Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Tibet in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paid
Yeah, Ella
job
would
in
kill for
nearly
that first
any
one.
nation. Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful.
Maybe that could be useful for like
2
a
million Mora,
architect.
and it's yours. No discounts. Whoa, that's a lot of Mora.
There's a lot of them here, though.
You are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom. All right, let's try the method
Okay,
that I
use the
hate
elemental
to
sight.
mention.
This is the one. That's what we want. These two are pretty equal. I'll take that one. Money's not an issue. I have a sugar daddy. And this one, the two best. And this one.
Ah,
3.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality.
You pick and choose a variety of canned knowledge.
We'll take these, please and thank you. My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite
We've won her
and
over.
the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 Mora more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million Mora. Say what now?
What kind of deal is that? Is that a big loss on you?
Spend another 100K and we get a capsule
There's something
worth
to
a whole
this.
million.
This is a trick, because it'll be worth 1 million. Calm down, Paimon. All right, keep your excitement in your britches.
But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a
Paimon
little
will get scammed so
we
easy.
can get something worth 1 million Mora. Isn't that a fantastic deal? Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to all people.
We're saying this right in front of her.
Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge
She can't know.
works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
You just want to see me try it. You see me get high off this supply.
Come on. We still have around 100,000 of our Haven's moral left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem. You've got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000.
Stop talking.
Excellent. Then please select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever
What about the ones over there?
Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
How many do you have?
But my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your time.
Uh-oh. Paimon has a bad feeling about
Yeah,
this.
Paimon, it's crazy.
Let's use elemental sight again to check.
Crazy, you got a bad feeling. People, this is Paimon. Duds. Dead.
What did you see?
Not a million.
So they're all worth about the
Not
same
a million.
amount? Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes.
That's pretty cool.
How about this
That's
one?
really good.
Sword fighting techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one.
This is spoilers, bro. I'm gonna know what happens at the end.
Dory, we'll take this one.
Okay, sword fighting advancements.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your mora to Dory and doors will open.
I thought we just got scanned for some reason.
Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham.
You small child.
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa.
Found
There's
it.
so many people from the academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakala Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here. Okay now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
We spent a lot of money. Yeah, we got some canned knowledge.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
You say no. You imagine?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Very, very guilty. What are you doing back there? It's not secret or anything. We want to meet with the Dendro Archon.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
How'd y'all lose it?
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon?
I'd want to know about the brother
even how
more.
to find your brother?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next.
Your goal is to find it too.
I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge
We have the
capsule
same
truly
motive, man.
is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. the knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is.
Knowledge.
However,
above all else,
there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar.
The way he says it is so good.
They adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
It worked out that we all have the same goal here.
You can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
Handshake! Let's kiss on it. I mean, shake on it. That's exactly what I want.
Okay. Then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Alhaitham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but
you just drink it or something like.
Use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure.
This is literally it's him going, y'all want to know how to do drugs?
Right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town? Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
There's 8 of them.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability.
I'm gonna fight him?
Effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge capsule, and one after.
One
While you
without
fight,
steroids
we can
and
use
one
an
with.
Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters.
Okay.
There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry. I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
He's like,
wow! Alhaitham! You must have been one of those guys at the Academia who got top grades on everything.
top abs, too.
Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the Academia, right? So why are you risking getting caught by the Matra for this capsule?
I'm also curious about this information.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's begin the test.
He said us a lot, but nothing at all. I want to fight you, man. Come on. Yeah, no, it has to happen. It's not even an if. It has to happen. If it doesn't happen, that's a big, big, big problem. A day passed. Oh, I thought it was somebody sent me something an hour ago. Yeah, I hope it is. Good luck with Spanish.
I see everything.
I actually don't know how to use him too well yet. Dang! Oh, they're all loose up here.
Everyone hold hands.
Put that on first, didn't I, huh?
A process of elimination.
This poor slime.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
Oh, it's right here. As if I saw countless swords wielding figures fighting one moment and then the next they disappeared into the recesses of my memory.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I felt something for a moment. Whatever was inside the knowledge capsule became part of my memory.
You mean that it worked?
Zorbs.
All right. Time for round 2. Fight with the same composure as before.
Second combat test.
No, my sword! Shine down!
Hey!
Wait, is it different? Is it more? Wow.
Now, I'll start recording data again.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second fight, her overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
That's not even 0.1%. How did you calculate that?
Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million more? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that
I thought I was gonna do like quadruple damage.
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Genshin Impact players be like, guys, this new kit is crazy. What it does is it gives you 0.073 increase in your abilities. It's insane.
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Can knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way.
Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all?
Uh-huh. So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite.
Give us our money back!
Oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind.
I'd like to know the whereabouts of the divine knowledge capsule.
Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big trouble.
So we're just a Genshin Impact leaker.
How can we be sure your
She leaks banners for money.
Accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it.
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it.
This is gonna be stupid high. It's gonna be stupid high.
It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The divine knowledge capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain El Ahmar.
Ain El Ahmar? You mean the Eremites who worshipped King Deshret?
Ah, so you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine knowledge capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of King Deshret. That divine knowledge capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future.
Dory.
Mora for Dory opens doors.
Hey, dude, I got info. King Deshret.
Oh, Haytham! We got the info you wanted!
His people got this information.
All right. Let's hear it.
Ayn al-Akmar. The one we're about to fight. That's right, that's today.
Verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites transaction.
Dang.
But then to get close enough to take a picture like this. Bold move, Dory.
She's just Sly Cooper.
Very bold move. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ayn al-Ahmar. And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ayn al-Ahmar guys.
He's 10 steps
But
ahead.
Now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some
preparations. Is it gonna make me wait real life days again like
Let's
it did before?
Meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date.
Or can you just go
sharp.
right into it? We'll be there, ready to be there and beat them up if we need to.
See you then.
Okay, cool. I'm glad it doesn't make me wait like the Sumeru Island quest did. A few days later. Oh, wait, oh!
Haytham sure is taking his time. Where
Oh, there he is. Strolls
there
in
he is.
casually.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Pharos Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
Okay, is it time for the interaction now?
I knew you were
Oh,
crazy,
they got the
but I didn't know you
squad!
were crazy enough to actually show up.
The
It
boys'
was
arms
I who demanded
crossed.
that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But to your credit, it appears that you're sticking to your word. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
They're gonna have a dance-off or something.
Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine, your funeral. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you,
We're gonna
you'll
make
be
them into
nothing more than
mincemeat.
fish food. Get 'em, boys!
He doesn't even fight. He sends his boys out.
Here they come.
If they're coming at me like this, I'm pulling my pants down. They don't know what to do when I do that. I'd easily win this fight. My pants are
That's
down.
close enough.
What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Illusion shattered.
What you want? You don't want the smoke, do you, huh? Rip that guy. Where's the top guy? Oh, this is like a
Shine down.
squad wipes.
No, my sword.
Grow.
Use burst after. Did I do it the wrong way? We got him though.
Academia scum! Boss, finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can.
Is he mummified?
Boss?
Pro said, I'm mummy. Oh, the problem with his Google glasses.
Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
It's red.
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
That was so clean.
Target acquired.
Bro moved like he was smooth butter. Hey, made quick work out of that guy. All Haytham, big PP.
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, All Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Bro.
Take him away.
Yeah. Got it. No wasted moves there. In and out. Dude is tripping out. Irminsul said that to me.
Huh? What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
Bro, if we had more Genshin things like that.
The divine knowledge capsule.
It's always great when we get them, but like that is just like next level animation. It feels so good when you watch it.
You mean the divine knowledge capsule did that to him?
World, forget me. Hypatia did mention.
Oh yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This divine knowledge capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
Don't remember me. I mean, who is me though? We're gonna bother being like, yo, let me go.
Then that means the Academia got the divine knowledge capsule back too. What a shame. We were so close. Still, Paimon didn't expect the divine knowledge capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we
Paimon didn't see that swoop.
Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos.
You're not gonna tell us about the fact that he
swooped
it?
I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the divine knowledge capsule that Paimon forgot to ask
He got
you
it, did he not?
Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we can go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm heading back to the Academia.
Did he not grab that capsule? He just not telling us?
It's the day of the Sabzeruz Festival.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
It's time to go back to the city, baby. A little
then
sus, Alhaitham.
Here, Alhaitham, until we meet again.
So he got the capsule and just is not saying anything. He's super low key. Yeah.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
What are you doing with this? Bro, you're gonna leave me on that cliffhanger? Bro got it, mentioned nothing. Nothing.